Favorite nation on X. Brazil launches AI-driven quote unquote platform of respect to prosecute gender speech offenses and track online dissent. You know, this is one of those people who look at this like, oh, that's good. Get rid of the dissent. They don't want the queer ideology and stuff. I would be one of those people to say, no, people should be allowed to say that no matter what. I'll disagree with it till the end of time, but they should be allowed to do it. I will fight for their rights to be like that. I always have, I always will. Savvy responding here. What pussy ass tards? Why are they softer than women on her rag? Perman. You know, I remembered when many Brazilians celebrated Lula winning the presidency despite his very apparent socialist goals. Kind of curious if they are still celebrating. Perhaps they are. They see this AI-driven Orwellian nightmare as progressive. Reminds me of Starmer. Exactly. You go down this road, it is just UK Orwellian 1984 all over again. This is from Reclaim the Net. Brazil launches AI-driven platform of respect to prosecute gender speech offenses and track online dissent. This one, by the way, this is the one that should scare everyone. Even if you like disagree with gender speech offenses and being prosecuted for that, or saying you don't like gay people or there's no trans people and stuff like that. If you're okay with that kind of stuff, the track online dissent thing should scare you anyways, because that goes well beyond whatever the platform of respect that they're trying to set out to do actually is. The platform of respect reveals how censorship can arrive draped in the language of inclusion. Here we go. Brazil's government has unveiled what it calls the platform of respect, a project that critics of censorship say pushes the country further towards criminalizing dissent, promoted as a tool to combat hate speech and disinformation. And those of you that come to the channel for a while would already know that every time, these are, what do they call them? Trigger words. These are trigger words for me. When I see hate speech, I'm like, define it. What exactly? I need hard lines. What is hate speech? It's how you feel when you wake up on what's okay and what's not. That's not, you can't make a law about that, because you're going to have so many issues. It's going to be like which way the wind is blowing when you wake up, then that person's going to jail. What a shit show. The new system effectively establishes a mechanism for prosecuting anyone who challenges state-approved gender ideology. The initiative, presented by the Ministry of Human Rights in partnership with the NGO Alanica Nacional LGBTI+, received about $56,000, which is a shitload of money in Brazil, in funding through a parliamentary amendment from Erica Hilton, a politician identifying as transgender. Well, I think we found our issue here, guys. Not only is a lunatic in control, but now they're starting to pass laws to push their own ideologies out there. Yikes. The basis is an artificial intelligence system named Alethea, which, according to its website, is designed to, quote, track the origin of disinformation, report its impact, and enable accountability for authors and disseminators. Remember we talk about the digital ID and how the government just wants to make it so it saves them money and ease of access and safety for each citizen? The other downsides to that they never talk about is anonymity online is completely gone. Everyone will know exactly who you are. And if you say something that the big daddy government disagrees with, you will be not just slapped on the wrist, but potentially put in prison or fined or jail, depending on how severe they want to be with it. According to local reports, far from simply monitoring misinformation, Alethea's role extends to identifying citizens accused of misgendering public figures. I feel like the life that we're in right now in other countries, it's like one step forward, two step back. One example is Isabella Sipa, a feminist activist who fled Brazil and received asylum in Europe after referring to Hilton as male. For this statement, she faced potential imprisonment of up to 25 years following a complaint from Hilton himself. Sipa was eventually vindicated. I got to be honest, guys. I am so I'm reading this and I know the article is detailing it well. I am so fucking confused that who is fucking who, what gender is what, who's in trouble for what. I'm like, what are we even doing? Who cares about any of this shit? Why is this even a deal? Oh, someone said that I had a vagina and I'm a male. I say I'm a male and I have a penis. Fuck them. Who cares? We gotta arrest them for that? Brazil's Supreme Federal Court paved the way for such prosecutions in 2019 when it declared discrimination against LGBT individuals to be the equivalent to racism, effectively making transphobia a criminal offense. Well, hold on. This is the slippery slope right here. I didn't even know about this. So Brazil's Supreme Federal Court in 2019 decided that racism is a criminal offense. Racism is mean words, rude thoughts. It's not a criminal offense. Like sticks and stones may break your bones. Words will never hurt you. Holy crap. Do I think racist people are pieces of shit? Typically, I do. Yeah, typically there's a direct correlation between it. Always, I think there's an argument to be made that maybe there are people that aren't, but typically there's a direct correlation that they're pieces of shit. Do I think they deserve to be in jail? No, they're just pieces of shit. There's lots of pieces of shit in all walks of life. Since then, the law has been used to punish speech, of course, because of course that's what they do, and ideas that contradict gender ideology, often with severe sentences. This is insane. Misgender. Yes, you go. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Straight to jail. During the launch event in Brazil on September 16th, platform coordinator Jean Muxin detailed the system's surveillance function. Quote, we created a platform with several artificial intelligence tools that continuously monitor pages, profiles, websites, and blogs, he said, noting that the software interprets language nuances such as irony and sarcasm. Oh, I'm so good. Guys, AI is here to save the day, isn't it? Thankfully, we have a supreme overlord of computers watching our every moment and every movement, every word. And if we say something out of line, unacceptable, you are arrested. Criminal offense. How the fuck is this real? What? How did we get here? Once flagged, content is stored and later reviewed by a lawyer hired by the NGO before being sent to the courts. So what this kind of sounds like is almost like a self-fulfilling grift from the government to use taxpayer dollars to fill the court systems and arrest people for ludicrous crimes to keep paying their buddies in the court systems. Well, none of this makes sense otherwise. This is insane. According to GP1, the platform was built to serve as a hybrid fact-checking, because I'm sure those always are super trustworthy, and enforcement tool with legal and communications experts employed for 18 months to identify quote-unquote problematic online behavior. Is what I do problematic? Let me ask that question, because I would argue people that don't like me would 1,000,000% say what you're doing is problematic and it needs to be stopped. And if I was in one of these areas, I would be up to and including not just fined, but imprisoned for daring to say this is insane. Think about that. Muxin confirmed that the system tracks members of Congress, state legislators, journalists, influencers, and news outlets alike. Of course, because they want to protect themselves. Of course. By the way, if you distract the natural ecosystem of the online space and you let the crazies run free without being contained by the other side saying these people are crazy, it's going to spiral. Like, fair warning for society in general. The NGO's permanent team, consisting of coordinator, lawyer, journalist, and designer, operates the system at an annual maintenance cost of $26,000 paid with public funds. I thought it'd be more money than that, to be honest. The implications for speech are vast. Any online statement contradicting the notion that gender identity overrides biological sex could now be cataloged and sent for prosecution. Such prosecutions reveal how far speech control has advanced under the banner of tolerance. Guys, AI is scaring the shit out of me now. We always thought that AI would be like beneficial for society, make things easier. Maybe we'd be worried about the AI overlords and like Skynet, that kind of thing. No. What a lot of people haven't thought about is how governments will just institutionalize AI as a mandate and then use it to arrest people. And that is the determination of if someone's right or wrong is AI. Yikes. By merging artificial intelligence with ideological policing, Brazil has constructed a system capable of turning thought into a legal liability. How is this real? How is this? And this is like big news, by the way. This is big news. It's not just Reclaim the Net. Slay News, I'm not going to read all this, but Slay News, Brazil launches online platform to track and prosecute disrespectful speech. Could you imagine, by the way, if we had that in America? Alyssa might actually have a chance with her lawsuit. Think about that. That'd be insane. Yahoo News, Brazil introduces AI tool to monitor anti-LGBTQ plus online content, potentially leading to criminal charges. This is insanity. This is insanity. Holy shit. I can't believe this is a real story in Brazil. Holy crap. This is the kind of stuff you start passing laws like this. You're begging for an uprising from your citizens. I can't believe the EU still hasn't done it, to be honest. But not that I'm inciting one. I'm just historically, when stuff like this started happening, they were typically some severe pushback from the citizens. It's almost like if they flood it with a bunch of immigrants, the citizens are overrun by a bunch of people that are illegally there and they don't have any power anymore. It makes you wonder about what's actually happening behind the scenes. And at the end of the day, how the elitists, the richest of the rich, the politicians in control are making infinite money while keeping everyone down and finding new rules to keep you down even further. It's insane. But yeah, we'll see where it goes from here. But for now, I will leave that one right there.